Reaperman here with one of my very favorite Atari 2600 games. This is Enduro, and today I'm playing it for the first time on my NT Mini V2, so I think I've got the settings nailed down, but you know, maybe not. So anyway, game is what I refer to as being a dodge racer, as in the racers on track with me are not actually racing against me. They're just kind of jam cars put there to screw me up. And as you can see down in the corner there, I've got a counter, and I've got to get a set number of cars passed during the current day-night cycle. Whoop. Whoop. And again, I've got an entire game day to do it, and this game goes through a day, night, and weather cycle on kind of a loop. And it functions as basically a timer, but all the seasons and times do act a little bit differently. Like the hills up there are white, so snow's coming. Snow's coming anytime now, actually. And with snow, the downside is it slows your horizontal movement, so you have to slow down a bit. So the controls for this game are simple. Left, right, move you left and right. Button starts your acceleration, and you let up on it whenever you're going fast enough. To slow down, you can pull down on the stick, or you can just ram into the wall, whichever's faster. And you don't get punished for ramming into the wall. You do get punished for ramming into the cars, and a whole bunch of cars will pass you, and your number of cars to pass counter will increment, and it will be infuriated. Now to control the game right now, I'm using the Epix 500XJ for the NES, and that of course plugs into the NT Mini just fine. Ooh, Activision Sunset. Activision likes to put sunsets in all their things, I guess. And that comes down to the Atari, just Ataris in general, liking to do additional colors in horizontal stripes or lines, and you will see a lot of the fancier Atari graphical tricks revolve around extra colors in horizontal lines. There are a number of other dodge racers besides this one. Hyper Chase on Vectrex and Turbo, and there's a bunch of them. One that I grew up with was on the Atari 800, and it was called Great American Cross Country Road Race. And it was very similar to this. I think it was also by Activision, but it had a few extra mechanics. And this game just, honestly, it plays a little tighter than that one, and I think I like it a little more. Now, for those who don't know, Activision, they used to do this thing where at a certain point you get a certain score or something, and then on your game over screen it would display a little icon. You take a picture of yourself, whoa, next to that icon, and send it into Activision. They'd send you back a patch for your, I don't know, I Love Me vest or something. That's a kind of a cool little thing that they used to do back before, you know, Call of Duty or whichever other games they do. Well, but realistically, I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get that award during this playthrough just because I'm distracted by kind of trying to do some kind of a semblance of commentary. But I do have a picture of myself way back in the day. This is Mustache Dave. So, by the way, Dave goes down to mustaches when he has to do a stupid mustache costume. In this case, it was either Weekend at Bernie's, the Bernie Lomax from that, or else it was for Tron Guy, which is my YouTube avatar. Anyway, this is actually the only game that I can actually get the Activision little prize on, so I was pretty proud of myself when I got that. So by the way, we're up to the next day. There is no fanfare when the next day starts, which I kind of wish there was, like a little sound effect or something. And on day number 2, we have to pass 300 cars, which is stiffer but doable. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is such a nice game. I really like this 500XJ controller. The short throw on the stick and the annoying sound you're hearing being the micro switches on it. They really provide a lot of feedback that you're actually moving the car correctly. They're also a very durable stick. I did a whole little video on them. In retrospect, I probably should have used a bit quieter of a controller. Especially since I'm probably not going to finish this game for you. I might just play it out, but toward the end I'm going to have to go concentration mode, and I'm not going to be able to keep up this BS commentary I've got going. Oh, I've actually got a long weekend to play a lot of video games. So I'm really looking forward to especially stepping up to some of the Atari 7800 games that are new since the last time I played Atari 7800. There seems to be Froggy and Popeye for sure are new, and there's probably some other new ones. Whoop. Atari Age has a nice Atari 7800 ROM pack, the Trevor's ROM pack, and it's got a lot more homebrew games in it than say the Smoke Monster pack. I'm not sure Smoke Monster packs are still an updated thing. Maybe they are. It seems like those Smoke Monster packs were really good for, later systems, NES and later, and they were a little less good for the pre-crash systems. Oh, this is stressful in here. Whoop. I got 43 cars to pass before the sun comes up. I think that's doable. Luckily, I don't think I have to pass any more cars than 300 tomorrow. Yay! 300 cars. I think it just resets to 300 again, but gets slightly more annoying. Honestly, I don't know if the time gets tighter or the traffic patterns get tighter, or both. But the game does get progressively more annoying. I can't remember how far you have to go to get the Activision thing. I think it's maybe finishing day 4 or day 5. Oh geez, this takes concentration. And the hills just turned white. That's not good for me. I better start slowing down already. And there's the snow. Again, not claiming to be the best in the world at this game, not by a long shot, but I am good enough to get the Activision patch. And I'm usually not that good, so for me, I'm good at this game. I should really do another video, or do a separate video on the Great American Cross Country Road Race, though. That game's just kind of neat. Very similar to this. I don't have a good way to record Atari 800 right now. I just have a stock Atari 800 that I can run in through Composite. It's an XL model, so it doesn't have S-Video, but I can upscale it with the FrameMeister, and it'll look just like Composite upscale through a FrameMeister. Or I was thinking of getting a Mister with a little extra money that I might be coming into pretty soon here. A mister would be nice, actually. I've been wanting one of those for a while, and honestly, the best reason really the only good reason I had not to get one were that mister fans tend to be kind of annoying people. And that's really all I got. That's the entirety of my dislike of the system. Was that Mr. fans tend to be a little bit of an irritation. I'm sure it's not all of them. And it's not like analog fans as an aggregate are that much better, if any. But it seems like Mr. fans tend to like to do evangelizing, if you will. Kind of poke their head into things and, yo dude, why don't you just buy a mister? Kind of like the MU bros used to do back in the day. Oh, that was annoying. You know, the emulation is perfect dude crowd. I swear, I've been hearing about emulation being perfect for about 25 years now. Dude, it's perfect emulation. And then 6 months later, they're like, dude, have you gotten the new emulator? It's perfect. That last one is crap. And you hear that about 30 or 40 times, 30 or 40 generations of that, and you just kind of get soured on the whole thing. So we're all the way up to day 4 now, which is pretty good here. Oh, okay, and that's actually not pretty good. I think I just got passed by 15 cars. The game punishes you progressively more and more for messing up. But again, you can hit the wall all you want. It just slows you down. You only get punished for hitting cars. I don't know how much more of this joystick I can take. I think it's getting about time that I switched hands, and that's just a recipe for losing in this game. Ooh, slowing down. I am way behind on my car passing. Oh. Even farther behind on my car passing. I really should not be doing what I'm doing, which is trying to make up time on the snow level. Really try and make up time in the dark here. Whoop, whoop. Okay. It's at this point that I'm going to call it and say that I'm just running the clock out, and I'm going to lose this here game here. So I do highly recommend that you play Enduro. It is a fun, fast-paced game. Very frustrating when you mess up. And until next time, I'd say Reaper Man out.